G'day scrappers. Today I've got a Cisco, kind of like a blade server, like similar to the IBM blade servers. Now this is a real heavy bugger. It weighs 250 pounds or about 115 kilos. I got this in a pickup this week, along with a whole bunch of Cisco stuff again. So I think this one's enough to just scrap on its own. Yeah, it was so heavy it took me a long time to get it into the van. I had to partly dismantle the front of it. There's no way I can get it on the table. So yeah, we got a whole heap of fans here. Looks like a power connector, some modules on the side, and this is just the back of it. So yeah, before I can get it on the table and try and get the backplane boards out and show you what the blades look like, I'm just going to flip out these, and basically just little your little fan modules, which is pretty common in these kind of blade server kind of things. Yeah, got a little bit of a board in here. So they don't weigh a great deal, so I don't know where the weight is. Obviously the blade servers themselves, but yeah, so we just got backplane boards by the looks of it, and got this. It's just a connector module to connect the power. Yeah, nothing really here apart from a little bit of wire, but yeah, okay, again, doesn't weigh a great deal. So we've got these two modules here, and yeah, they look like they've got pretty decent boards in there. Might just... that didn't work. Try again. I think I might have they're quite flimsy screws, so just want to put it on slow pace. Yeah. This screwdriver bit is a little bit bent now. Obviously, when you drop it on the ground. So, see if I can just force my way through. Yeah, so yeah, business is slowly picking up, and yeah, this pickup was a pretty good one. You know, once again with servers and stuff. So seems like servers are the theme at the moment. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get this board out very easily, but we've got the back end. There are some screws way inside. I'm going to have to do it manually. The trusty 1.5 foot long Phillips screwdriver. Had this screwdriver since pretty much I started, when I first come across a piece of equipment where the screws were so far down that yeah, it's come in so handy. Okay, not sure, I should be able to get this whole module out. That would be handy. Yeah, just scrapping along. Haven't had anything overly exciting come through apart from this Cisco stuff. And you know, I like my Cisco stuff. Yeah, that's kind of not going to do much. Just wondering if I can. That's too slow for me. Okay, just gonna have to tilt her. Okay, looks like I got some screws down here. Yeah, just right now it's just about trying to reduce as much weight as I can and see if I can get it up on the table. There we go. So not much there, just a little bit of cable we can cut out. Okay. I'll just move a few things here and see if I can get this on the table. Okay, well, I've got the thing on the table. So it's got 8 slots for the blades, so obviously I had to take them all out to attempt to get it on the table, and even then, without the blades, it's heavy enough. So yeah, as I said, 8 blades, which is pretty awesome, and so each one is obviously a server motherboard. We'll have CPU, RAM, the whole kit and caboodle. Probably the only thing here are really super duper, super long power supply units. Like, how's that? 2 foot long. They've got a little bit of gold fingers. So there's a bit of a board in there. I might open one up and have a little look. Just gonna have to move the camera a bit. Wow. They're definitely longer than any power supply unit that I've ever pulled out. They are so long. Pretty cool. No doubt just power board, but yeah, I think I'll open one of them just out of interest's sake, because they're so unusual in size. Let's have a look inside one of these things. And the whole server is built like a tank. So many screws. Especially, I undone the screws on the top cover here, and there was like 25 screws on each side and only 2 little screws on the top. But yeah, they didn't mess around. Okay, might as well take these ones off and just open it up completely. See if there's anything good before just getting rid of them as scrap metal. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a really intricate power supply, that's for sure. So we've got a lot of copper coils here, some extruded. We've got these boards here that we can throw into mid-grade. So it looks like it's well worth getting into these and just getting the copper stuff. And also this one's got some nice gold fingers that we can pluck off. So a couple of mid-grade boards with some bonus gold fingers. So, yep. Well, apart from a bit of wire, it's mostly well, these main copper coils here, these two heat sinks, 3, maybe even these little copper coils. So I think it's worth getting into them. Yeah. Just clean up a bit of wire. So hopefully, yeah, you know, the e-waste game continues on for me, and we do well for at least this year, the rest of this year. And yeah, so it's a power board. Some guys sell power boards. I don't bother unless you can take them to a scrapyard. Some scrapyards do buy power boards. Otherwise, you know, your local board buyer will buy them. But yeah, by the time you load up your truck and take it down, you know, for the amount you have to handle, you know, I don't find it really worth it taking it to a board buyer. But, you know, to a scrapyard, you know, here you're getting like 25 cents a kilo for power boards and stuff like that, if you can be bothered. Otherwise, take off these coils, throw them into transformers maybe. All right, so that's that. So now we know what the power supplies look like. And before I open up our main thing, just want to take off the cover and see what we got here. Okay, just going to have to turn it. Oh. Certainly a big chunky piece. Yeah, well, we certainly got access now to this extremely thick riser card. So every bit of steel we take off, we're just obviously removing a little bit more weight, and just to make it easy on me when I go to the scrapyard. There you go. A little bit of wire. So, I'm not really sure how to remove this backplane board. Okay, just got to get rid of this. Okay, never seen this kind of thing before. Nice. Okay, so this is like a buzz bar. You can see copper pins, and this is super heavy. This weighs, I don't know, 2.5 kilos, you know, like 6 pounds. And looks like, I know, yeah, so the whole thing is non-magnetic. Even the screws are non-magnetic, right? And so I can put this into dirty copper, number 2 copper, painted copper, because they're definitely copper bus bars, or as I say, buzz bars. Yeah, hard to get through it, but definitely it looks like it's, oh yeah. Yep, I can see the, is it? Gonna have to put this on the grinder and just check it, but it looks like it's copper, but it, yeah, it's hard to say, but it's certainly heavy enough. It's a lot heavier to be, you know, than, I can't imagine it being stainless steel, and I can't imagine it being certainly not aluminium, because it's way too heavy for that. So this backplane board, I didn't think I was actually going to get to it. Still not sure if I'll get to it. It's one of those super thick. There we go. Okay, so that's really, really thick board. So as you can imagine, there's, you know, not much value in the actual board. You know, there's a lot of weight in this thickness. It's, you know, very, very thick. But it is mostly hollow, and it does have the pins. You know, a lot of times these backplane boards can go into high-grade boards if they're kind of loaded with, you know, these gold pins. But in this case, it's not overly loaded, so it's just going to go into, I'll put this in still into mid-grade board, and I'll be happy with that. That's still worth a couple of bucks. All right. I think we're done with this part anyway. Still got a lot of weight. Oh no, the only weight is actually just in the steel itself. We've got a little bit of wire on the side here. Just get that out. Yeah, I wish I got a lot more of these. I only got one of these, but a lot of other you know, good Cisco stuff. Can't complain, but nice to get something that I haven't, you know, in Cisco that I haven't really scrapped before. All right, so that, my friends, is the cabinet for the Cisco blade service. I'm just wondering, yeah, so there's your little handles and stuff, but it's pointless having one handle on each side. It's okay to lift this as an empty unit, but as a complete unit, like I said, it weighs 253 pounds. For you guys in the old school, or sorry, got to focus on the camera being focused, or 115 kilos complete. And I was left to my own devices when I was picking this stuff up, and oh, I couldn't believe just how heavy it was. It took me a long time to try and get it into the van. It was a nightmare. But these are what I'm looking forward to. And we've got a little hard drive here. And this one looks blank. Just a blank, I think. That's all right. One good solid hard drive. We still got those two modules that I couldn't get into from the back, but they're not going to be a great deal. This is what I want. So let's check her out. Hopefully we're loaded. And I've got 8 of these. Yeah, so it is a blade server. It's just a Cisco version. So it's these are Cisco UCS B200 M3 blade server. So yeah, it's a first Cisco. I've gotten quite a lot of the IBM blade servers, and this one looks okay. I'm wondering whether you know, sometimes the blade servers can be slightly different configured. Get out our plastic. All right, well, that looks good so far. What do I see? 4, 8, 12, 16 RAM sticks. Potentially 24. Really nice. You know, you can't complain with 16 RAM sticks. And we're talking about 8 of them, so hopefully, if they're all loaded, you know, that's good value for us, obviously. And nice, these are nice heavy copper, tin-plated copper aluminium heat sinks. You can just tell by the weight. So, well, 8 times 2, that's 16 of these alone. And geez, you know, like they weigh like a pound, these particular ones. Okay. Not many screws. It looks like riser stuff. Here's our daughter board that I'm going to have to get myself into. So even these daughter boards, usually I take them. You've got to kind of take them out because you've got to get the risers out. The risers are connected to the frame. There you go. Okay, and so not a great deal. It looks like a decent chip under there, but okay. I was a bit distracted, but yeah, I just removed the gold band crystal, and I'll put this back on when we got it all. All right. So I'll get the RAMs out. So they're oh gosh. Oh, here we go. Okay, well these ones are 16 gigabytes. So 16 gig Cisco RAM is, you know, might be able to be sellable to my, you know, buyer that obviously he's got his own Cisco buyers, and you know, 16 gig is it's okay. Like, you got a system like this that was missing like eight sticks, so if you wanted to, you know, boost it up with another 8 16 gig RAM sticks, you know, that's not bad. But you know, that's a beautiful stack. Just get these risers out. Probably, I think they're just going to be steel. Sometimes they can be brass, but usually not when they're not necessary. Yeah, so magnetic, just steel risers. All right, so there's our motherboard. Not bad at all. Got our couple of big CPUs there. Too old to even bother wasting time looking at them. I know what my buyer is going to say straight up, so no point in wasting time with them. There we go. Take the battery out. Battery. And there's one motherboard. So there we go. And you know, they're a nice, decent weight, obviously, server boards. So you're getting, you know, much more than a regular PC motherboard. But you know, at least double, you know, triple the weight sometimes. And so, you know, each motherboard is, you know, you're getting like $20 a pop. You can't complain with that. There's just a little mid-grade board. They're all pretty much going to be the same configuration. Just a matter of whether they're 16 gig RAM or if they're only if there's units or blades that are got 8 gig RAM, then there would be more of them. Okay, so it's actually quite a different variation. It's obviously all from the same unit, but these RAMs here, so it's got a mixture of RAM bus, and they're 8 gigs, as I was just saying, but you can see the motherboard's actually different. It's only got 2 sections of RAM, and the clean ones are only 4 gig. So there you go. So that one that I just opened was, you know, obviously an upgraded blade. So that's quite interesting, and actually quite a nice riser card here, really high grade. So with this kind of riser card, you don't have to try and put it back onto the board. You could, which I'll probably do anyway, or you could just throw it straight into high grade board. There you go. But nice 4 gold bands that I can take off, and then just pop, you know, I can pop it back onto the board, or, you know, but they're screwed down as well as sitting into this gold box here. But obviously we've got to take off the risers, so it's going to have nothing to screw back into anyway, right? But yeah, so now I can see where, you know, you can see how the weight quickly adds up on these things, because you know there's just so much going on, so much steel. This cabinet empty now. Even took out the riser and all the peripheral stuff, and it's still a good heavy weight. You can put that into clean steel. It all just goes as pressing steel. They pay a good price, so makes up for both. But there's a beautiful copper aluminium heatsink, and these ones, it's just one big nice chunky plate of copper. If you wanted to take your time and take off all these fins are very, you know, almost paper thin. They don't weigh much, and then you can bring it down. You don't have to worry about that little bit, you know, that's left over. And they just jiggle off. All right. Obviously take out the screws and you got yourself a plate. It's still got a bit of aluminium on it, so technically it's not just pure aluminium. So I'll probably just leave them on, take off the screws, and throw it into copper aluminium radiators again. And you know, beautiful. But this looks like a slightly, just by the RAM, obviously 4 gig RAM, so slightly older CPUs, and they're actually, you know, that's a server size. That's kind of like an oversize. So I might check these out, but I really doubt that my buyer will give me anything from them. You know, better off just selling them as scrap CPUs for me, I think. But that's a nice one. And yeah, definitely the RAM is scrap. These ones I actually take off the shields, remove the aluminium, and just throw the good RAM into actual RAM. Just while I'm here, we'll just have a look at one more. Okay, so the first one, so this is a Cisco UCS B200 blade. So this would be the same as the one we just did. Yeah, and so the first one we did, it's slightly different. It's a UCS B200, but an M1 blade. So yeah, it looks like it's meant to have the same configuration, but they must have gotten these M1s as an upgrade, or it's just how it all came as a complete unit when they bought it. But yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is again, oh actually, yeah, so it's actually a completely different daughter card again. So they're all slightly different. Same thing, it just looks, yeah, it's a little bit different daughter card. And these RAMs, they're 4 gig RAM, so it's an older one by the looks of it. It might be a mixture, yeah, 4 gig, but you know, 12 RAM sticks, yeah, they're all 4 gigs, so 4 gig server, forget about it. Even 8 gig, forget about it. They've got at least 16 gig to make them half sellable. And you know, like I keep saying, all they want these days is 32 gig for a start. Yeah. So okay, so this is again a little bit different. B200, it's M3 instead of M1. So configuration a little bit different. Just where the button is. The other ones are on the left. This one looks more like the first one. Yeah. Yeah, this is exactly like the first one. A little bit different configuration of RAM. So we got 12 RAM sticks, but it could have a lot more. And 16 gig RAM. So at least, yeah, they're all 16 gig. So this is like the first one. Really good. I'll get good value out of this. And again, they're still copper aluminium heatsink. They're just completely tin plated. This one is another one that's identical to the one we just did, but this one's a little bit different because this is positioned completely differently. Again, it opens front ways. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Well, this one's completely different. Wish I got more of these. What do we got? 4, 8, 12, 16, 24 RAM sticks. Same kind of daughter card on this side. Obviously completely different. Sorry, I hope I had the camera set up properly. Different configuration. It's actually got 2 cards and it looks like the motherboard is underneath. So this is really oddball. Wow. Oh, I'm glad of that. Just something a little bit different. But what did I say? 24? 4, 8, 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 24 RAM sticks. So I dare say they're going to be 4 gig. But you never know. I'll have a look. There's a few different types here. 4. Other side. Okay, 16. Wow, we've got a mixture here. Looks like 4s and 16s. 4s. 16. So it looks like these center ones are 16. Outside, 16. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good value there. Always nice when you can sell a bit instead of all going to scrap. Oh yeah, definitely copper aluminium radiator, very heavy, nice. Yeah, and you can I'll just see if we can get one of these cards out. Yeah, so there, that's nice. So it's on its own card, and wow, that's really snazzy. There we go. That's strange. And then we've obviously got our little daughter card here. So yeah, this is a really awesome blade server, and yeah, I didn't even know Cisco, I thought IBM only called them blade servers, but well, you learn something every day. Just one of those risers, and quite a nice motherboard. Yeah, happy with that. These look like humongous. Okay, might have to check these ones out because these are even bigger than the big ones. Yeah, a little bit bigger, but very unusual, these ones. So I'm definitely going to have to look these up, because yeah, I've got to clean off the stuff. Not sure if I'm going to be able to view the part number, but these look very, very different. Quite nice, actually. So I'll check them out. All right, guys. Well, that was it. That's a Cisco blade server. First one I've actually ever gotten, and really happy with it. Yeah, eight blades in each server, and yeah, we've got lots of variety, lots of RAM sticks. there's a couple left, and yeah, hopefully more of the same, and absolutely fantastic. Yeah, just all right. So, well, we've had fun from the blades to the power supplies, the backplane board we got out of it. We got the fans and a bit of kit to clean up, and lots of you know, we've got 16 copper aluminium heat sinks. That's really good value. I'm getting about $5 a kilo for these, so that's great value. The boards are nice and heavy. More of this, please. Yeah, hopefully these start rolling in, and you know, they're not actually quite modern. They're, you know, this one's quite an older system. Yeah, hopefully I'll get a lot more of this kind of stuff. Anyway, guys, hope that was a bit of fun, and yeah, I'll catch you soon with something else, something hopefully new and exciting, and keep scrapping, and see you then.